The average new full-size pickup truck now costs $65,964, according to Kelley Blue Book's March 2026 data. A loaded F-150 or Ram pushes $80,000 or more. Meanwhile, 7 old trucks exist that mechanics buy, fix up, and absolutely refuse to sell because they know these machines will outlast anything on a 2026 dealer lot. Here are the trucks your mechanic is hoarding. Number 7. The 1965 to 1996 Ford F-150 and F-250 powered by the 300 cubic inch Inline-Six is where mechanical simplicity meets legendary staying power. This engine lasted an astonishing 31 years in production, earning a reputation as the workhorse you just could not kill. The secret to its longevity is a cast iron block and head, 7 main bearings for extra bottom end strength, and a gear-driven timing setup that shrugs off the stretched chains and snapped belts that plague modern engines. No tensioners, no drama, just a pair of steel gears that keep cam timing locked in for life. Ask any mechanic who has spent time under the hood of these trucks, and you will hear stories of 300,000, even 400,000 miles on the original bottom end. Ford Trucks form threads are packed with high-mileage survivors, while industrial outfits like Foley engines put the same motor in airport tugs and irrigation pumps, machines that run all day, every day. There is even a long-standing tale about UPS running fleets of 300 powered Fords for hundreds of thousands of miles, though the paperwork is lost to history. The 300 Inline-Six is not fast, with horsepower numbers that topped out around 150, but it delivers peak torque just above idle, perfect for hauling, plowing, or crawling through job sites. Owners do have to watch for rear main seal leaks and exhaust manifold bolts that like to snap after a couple decades. But the market has noticed resale values for late-model F-Series trucks, especially the 1992 to 1997 models, shot up 98% in just 1 year, according to Hagerty. In a world of $80,000 of turbocharged complexity, the old 300 Inline-Six still sets the bar for honest, fixable durability. Subscribe for more real truck talk. From 1973 to 1987, the Chevy CK Squarebody with its 350 small block V8 became the workhorse of American roads and garages. What sets it apart isn't just the sheer number, over 100 million small block V8s produced, but the way every part seems to be waiting on a shelf somewhere. No computers, no sensors, just a carburetor and a wiring diagram that makes sense. Anyone with a socket set and a little patience can keep one running. The aftermarket is a gold mine, with full reproduction sheet metal, trim, and even entire bedsides available, and catalogs stacked high in restoration shops. Online forums and swap meets keep the knowledge alive, and finding a replacement engine or crank is almost too easy. This interchangeability means the Squarebody is the bolt-on project of choice for generations of mechanics. But rust is the real enemy. Frames and cabs dissolve in salty climates long before the V8 quits. Still, demand on Bring-A-Trailer and in classifieds keeps climbing, proof that the Squarebody's simplicity and part support make it a legend, unless the tin worm gets there first. The 1988 to 1998 Chevy and GMC CK, often called the OBS GMT400, represents a shift in pickup design. Its 350 throttle body injected V8 swaps the carburetor for a single-point injector, blending the reliability of early electronic fuel injection with the simplicity of carb service. No high-pressure rails or sensor webs, just a system most owners can clean and maintain themselves. The GMT400's parts interchange is legendary. Body panels, doors, and dashboards match up with Suburban, Yukon, and Tahoe, making repairs and upgrades straightforward. Independent front suspension brought a smoother ride, though it added complexity up front. The weak spot is the automatic transmission. Both the 700R4 and the 4L60E are known for fragile overdrive clutches and sunshells, leading to frequent rebuilds. Rust is another concern, especially along frame rails and cab corners in northern climates. Yet the 350 throttle body injected V8 is famous for racking up 250,000 miles with basic care. The GMT400 strikes a balance between old-school serviceability and manageable electronics, offering a familiar, honest V8 experience. Number 4, the 1995 to 2004 Toyota Tacoma with the 3.4-liter V6 is the midsize import that refuses to die. Mechanics who work on these trucks know the 5VZ FE engine is built with a cast iron block and aluminum heads, delivering 190 horsepower and 222 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the job done without overcomplicating things. According to the 2025 iCar study, a first-generation Tacoma has a 25.3% chance of making it to 250,000 miles, nearly double the average for all vehicles. That is not just internet folklore, it is hard data from nearly 400 million vehicles tracked. There's even a legendary 1.6 million mile Tacoma out there, though that one ran the smaller four-cylinder. Still, the chassis and drivetrain design are the same. The Tacoma's mechanical transfer case and light curb weight, around 3,900 pounds and 4x4 trim, make it a favorite for off-roaders and rural owners who need reliability over bells and whistles. But it is not bulletproof. Frame rust is the Achilles heel, especially for trucks in salty climates. Toyota's frame corrosion recall mostly targeted later models, but early Tacomas still faced enough rust issues that the company ran separate customer support programs for inspections and repairs. Towing capacity is another limit, with the V6 rated for around 5,000 pounds, fine for a small trailer, but not in the same league as the big diesels. Still, with timing belt service every 90,000 miles and easy access to common replacement parts, the first-generation Tacoma proves that simple, honest engineering can outlast tech-heavy, modern mid-size trucks. If you find one with a clean frame, it is the kind of truck mechanics quietly keep for themselves. Number 3, the 2007 to 2021 Toyota Tundra with the 5.7-liter iForce V8 is the last naturally aspirated giant standing in a world obsessed with turbochargers and 10-speed automatics. Toyota did not just talk up durability, they built a factory test program that hammered the 3UR FE V8 for 800,000 miles straight, running it through everything from desert heat to floodwater, then tore it down and found the internals still within spec. That is not PR fluff. It is the kind of engineering paranoia that borders on obsessive. In the real world, there is the infamous million-mile Tundra buyback, where Toyota's teardown team found the original pistons, crank, and timing chain barely worn. Compression loss? A laughable 0.3%. On paper, the iForce V8 punches out 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque, all without a turbo in sight. The block is cast iron, the heads are aluminum, and the timing chain is tensioned by a hydraulic damper, so there is no belt or gear drama at 300,000 miles. According to iCars, the odds of a Tundra making it to 250,000 miles are 30%, which is 6 times better than the average truck. That is why used prices have gone ballistic, and why mechanics who know the platform just will not sell. Of course, the Tundra's thirst for fuel is legendary, and you will pay dearly for a clean one, especially after 2022, when the twin-turbo V6 replacement started racking up recalls and cab-off repairs. But if you want a gas truck that shrugs off abuse and does not need a turbo rebuild at 120,000 miles, the last-gen Tundra is about as close to bulletproof as you will get. Subscribe for more real truck talk. Number 2, the 1994 to 2003 Ford F-250 and F-350 with the 7.3-liter Power Stroke diesel is the truck that made fleet managers and rural mechanics true believers in the age of electronic diesels. Built by Navistar, the 7.3 Power Stroke paired a cast iron block and 6 head bolts per cylinder with gear-driven timing, no chain stretch, no rubber belt to snap, just steel gears meshing for life. Early engines up to 2001 even got forged, connecting rods, making them favorites for anyone planning to push boost or tow heavy. The 7.3 never saw a diesel particulate filter, exhaust gas recirculation, or a diesel exhaust fluid tank, so you are spared the constant sensor drama that plagues modern diesels. There are thousands of these trucks still running daily at 400,000, 500,000, even 700,000 miles, and the owner of a Texas F-350 famously logged over 1.3 million miles with nothing more than routine oil changes and a few cam position sensors, which are among the few electronic parts that do fail, often at the worst possible time. Later engines switched to powdered metal rods, which can crack under extreme abuse. But for most owners, the 7.3 Power Stroke is a set-it-and-forget-it workhorse. It is not the fastest and it is not the quietest, but if you need a diesel that shrugs off abuse and keeps hauling, this is the one mechanic stash in the corner of the shop and never put up for sale. For more real truck talk, hit subscribe. And finally, in first place, the 1989 to 1998 Dodge Ram 2500 and 3500 with the 12-valve Cummins 5.9-liter. This is the truck that mechanics stash out back and never list for sale, and it all comes down to one thing: pure mechanical diesel. No computers, no sensors, just a Bosch P7 pump and a gear-driven governor. The block and head are solid cast iron, the crank and rods are forged steel, and the injection is entirely mechanical, so if you know which end of a wrench to hold, you can keep it running for decades. The Cummins High Mileage Club has over 6,700 members, with more than 90 trucks documented at over 1 million miles, and a handful like Howard Clayton's Ram 3500 pushing past 2.6 million. The P7100US injection pump itself is known to run 500,000 to 700,000 miles before needing a rebuild, and the engine will shrug off neglect that would turn a modern diesel into a rolling Christmas tree of warning lights. But the 12-valve is not flawless. Early blocks with the 53 casting are known to crack around the coolant passages, and the infamous killer dowel pin can back out and grenade the timing gear if you do not install the $150 fix kit. The stock 47RE and 47RH transmissions are the weak link, fine for stock power, but they will melt down if you start chasing big boost or heavy towing without upgrades. Still, when you stack it against a $90,000 2026 diesel with exhaust gas recirculation, diesel particulate filter, and diesel exhaust fluid drama, the old Cummins is in a league of its own. No emissions plumbing, no computer to fry, just a million-mile engine that keeps earning its keep. That is why mechanics fight to keep these trucks in the family, and why the 12-valve Cummins Ram is the undisputed king of old iron. Hit subscribe for more real truck talk. Across all 7 trucks, one thing's obvious: true longevity comes from honest engineering you can actually wrench on. In a world of rising prices and vanishing simplicity, these old workhorses are not nostalgia. They are proof that reliability still matters most. Subscribe for more no-nonsense rankings from someone who has done the greasy work.